Okay, I'm back. So what I've done is I glued, or I stuck that fabric, that old fabric from over 25 years ago that I bought onto the outside. It has some wrinkles, especially on here in the back. This is the back of the book, but I think that's because there was, I guess, a bend in the cardboard. And this does look a bit funny, but I'll eventually probably cover it up with a strip of lace, and this will get covered with lace as well. And then anyway, but still, I got it on. Looks fine. And then I took a piece from one of the pads of paper and cut it out. And I know this looks a bit wonky, but I'm going to be sewing a hidden spine, which means you take your signatures and you sew it onto, like I might double this up with fabric as well, but you sew it into here, onto this piece, and then, or whatever I use, and then this will get glued down into there. So that way you don't see the sewing on the outside. Sometimes the sewing on the outside is nice, but I didn't want that with this book. And then before I glued this down, I went around the edges, and I'm using, instead of the traditional browns or vintage photo, I'm using, Distress Ink pine needles. It's the only green I have. I had, over time, with various sales, bought 2 4-packs of minis, and this was kind of like a darkish, I don't even know if it has a theme, what the theme is for the colors in this group, but I also bought a Halloween one. That was the first one I ever bought, so I look forward to using those inks in a Halloween journal. Anyway, so that's that. So next up I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my sewing machine. I'm going to sew the edging here, and I'll see what other sewing jobs need to be done, and then I'll come back and we'll do some decorating and stenciling and what have you with some of these pages before I sew it onto the hidden spine. Yeah, so that's the next stage, and I'll see you in a bit.